Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to walk you through the steps to create your final presentation. Okay, so this is step 1, which is overtracing your A3 1 to 100 draft. Okay, so as long as you have complete your draft to this standard, so let's say you have your sites already created, you have all of your walls, your room ready to go, you have all the furnitures inside, and you have considered about some of the layouts in here, and that will be awesome. So I have a swimming pool here, okay, I have some trees indicating where the garden is going to be. I put some gates over here to secure, to create security. So as long as you have all of these done, and you don't have to consider a lot of texture for this case, okay, outdoor textures especially, you are good to go. All right, so for this step you will need a piece of transparent paper. We call that tracing paper, okay, to overlay your drawing. So notice that when I overlay, I can still see through, okay. Next you will need is a fine liner, so something like that. You can, if fine liner is too expensive for you, you can have a black water-based ink pen, okay, so it is equivalent but it's cheaper. You need to have a ruler, which is the one that you use to draw your floor plan, will be fine. And last but not least, you need to have a masking tape as well, which will help us to secure your draft and your final copy together. So first of all is that I need to decide where I'm going to mask my A3 floor plan. So as you can see, my plan is a little bit slightly in the middle, but it's slightly towards the bottom side of my piece of paper. So my draft. So again, in the future, when we finalize the draft, when we finalize the presentation, you will need to create a title bar at the bottom. And then you also need to put the dimensioning on the four sides of your site, which will also take a little bit of space. So just to prevent that from being too crowded from happening, if you're doing that, what you can, if you have your floor plan like this, what you can do is you can orient that in another direction. So this is acceptable. So in this case, I could orient in this direction, and if I overlay and make sure everything is aligned, which I will have more space at the bottom and I'll have less space at the top, and because that's where your title bar is going to place, that's mostly ideal. Okay, so if in this case I can just tape it, but however you just prefer to, if you just prefer to have your entrance from towards the left hand side, what you can do is you can manually adjust your piece of tracing paper so that you have less space here at the top and you have more space at the bottom. Okay, so it's up to you, so it's up to people's preference. For me, I like it to be more clean, so what I will do is I will orient my plan back in this way, and I'm gonna find the masking tape. Okay, I'm gonna tape down a few of those. So this is one. Okay, I'm gonna need I'll say maybe 4 pieces. That's 2. I have 3. Okay, and I will have maybe 4. Okay, I think for this case 4 is enough. Okay, so the thing you want to do is to make sure that you align your paper nicely, because these two are all A3, so make sure that they are aligned. Spend a little bit more time adjusting, and you want to tape it onto your draft. The side is not too aligned. Okay. Okay, just gently lift it and then tape it underneath. Okay. Okay. All right, so this step is to secure your drawing so that they don't move around. Okay. All right, maybe we don't tape it on top of things. I'm just gonna tear that piece off. Okay, so that's done. So now I have my drawing secured. I'll say the tracing paper secure on my draft. So now I can start tracing. But before I head on to tracing, there's another way I want to demonstrate that can help you to maybe create less smudges on your drawing. So as you probably all already aware, so these type of fine liners, they tend to dry very slowly and they tend to bleed through, and then when it's not dry and you smudge it, whether that's your ruler or your hand, is gonna go everywhere. Okay, it's not gonna be pretty. So one of the strategies that I use to create these type of drawing is that instead of using the ruler as it is now, I'm gonna flip it, okay, to this direction. So if you actually have a look to this cross section, you have this little bit of rebate, so which means when you're drawing, the tip of your pen is not touching the edge of the ruler, but this piece of metal will do. So in which case, when you lift your ruler, it's not gonna smudge. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do my housings first. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So when you're doing the fine lining, so you come over here and make sure things are aligned, make sure you hold your ruler securely, okay? And you release it, and then you lift, okay? You lift your ruler like that, and see that I didn't smudge anything. It's very crisp and clean cut, all right? And then I'm gonna come over here again. I'm gonna draw the wall out. Oh, that's a little bit over. Okay, yep, that's all right. And then if you made some error like this, that's fine. You can always maybe adjust some of your walls, okay, to make sure that it fits nicely. So as long as it's not too off, then that's fine, okay. So in this case, I've just drawn slightly over because the camera is blocking my view. Okay, so I'm going to manually adjust this room to be slightly a bit bigger than what I expected. Okay, all right. All right. All right, so when you're drawing, try not to make as many errors, so because it's a bit difficult to erase from your tracing paper, okay? It's nothing like when we're using pencils, okay? It can be a bit difficult to get rid of it. Okay. Okay, now I need to be really careful, okay, because I don't want to go over again. Okay. Right. Right, so I'm just gonna manually add them in. All right, so I'm almost done outlining my wall. So this is a little bit of internal wall, which I'm not gonna do it now. Okay, I'm gonna amend this part for now. Okay. Okay, so come back over here, and the second step is to actually indicate where your window is gonna be. No, just figure out these small parts haven't done. Okay, all right, so now once you have mapped out your wall, it's time to shade the wall, okay? So even on the final draft, you will need to make sure your walls is aligning with the architectural drawing convention. So I'm gonna come back and shade the walls in black. Okay. You can always orient your finals to another direction. In this case, if you have a thicker fine liner, feel free to use them, okay? Because thicker fine liners does make this process much faster comparing to what I have to do like now manually. Okay. All right now, so except from what you have seen over in this section, I have done the walls, all right? So the idea is that you keep going until you finish the whole plan, okay? So you need to trace over, including the trees, in my case, swimming pool, those drawing conventions in the middle, furnitures as well, okay? And at the very end, you need to draw the boundary box of your sides, okay? So that's the expectations for tracing, okay? And I will see you in the next video.